Hello there. This is um, a continuation on the lime shaper cross slide, and I haven't done anything for probably 7 days. I found that the roughing end mill that I had been using here, it's just an ordinary HSS end mill, roughing mill, and it wasn't doing very well. It started to get blued up a little bit, and it was cutting off dust instead of chips. So I bought a couple of carbide 3/8 4 flute carbide end mills. I'll show you one. That's the new end mill that I've just purchased. I got 2 of them, and I've been taking a few cuts, and it's certainly giving the chips now instead of mainly dust, and so that's one good thing. I could have, I was thinking about dismantling this setup and mounting it on the table on its edge, because this edge has been machined, and I thought about mounting it with this face up vertical, and a couple of small angle plates that I've got, but just to clean up this face and take any excess that I have down below, and I thought, well, it seems to be nice and sturdy, this setup, so I'll just continue cleaning up this face and taking off as much material as I can in this setup. When I finally finish, then obviously I'll have this up in the vertical and use the table to get a parallel, 2 faces parallel right the way along. So that's the situation at the moment. I've changed the G code a little bit, and I've got it running at F3 on the feed, and F18 on the return pass, and it seems to be going okay. I'm taking a depth cut of 50 thou now, whereas before I was only taking 25. Obviously it can take more. I could put a bigger, heftier cut on, but I'm still a bit concerned about this thing moving, because it's only held on by these 2 end clamps that squeeze down, squeeze the edges, the ends, and hold it there. So I just don't want to overdo it, so that's what I'm doing at the moment. So excuse me, I'll take another cut and you can see exactly what's happening. The carbide seems to be standing up very well. Once I've finished this face, I'll probably clean up all this junk and rough surface in here to get some form of accuracy in the center trough. So I'll start the machine up now, and I'll put a 50 thou cut on. width of the cut as well is only about half the diameter of the 3/8 cutter, so I could probably take a deeper cut and everything would be okay, but I just don't want to take that chance. I had a problem with the roughing cutter. That's what convinced me that I need to get a better cutter. I would get halfway along and then the whole thing would stall, and of course the G-code is still trying to continue on, and it's just basically the cutter was just not good enough to complete the cut. So seems to be going now. I've got the RPM running at according to the setup on my lathe. I've got it running at about 1050 RPM. I basically listen to the sound of the cut and determine whether I want to, whatever the feed is, whether I want to increase it, or by listening to the cut I can tell more or less whether everything's going okay. Obviously, if it's going well at this pace, then if I increase the feed and increase the RPM, it would still work fine, or it should do. I've got 6 dovetails to cut. There's 2 dovetails here, and then there's the female. This will be the male dovetail. The female dovetail has to be done, and then there's so that's 4, and then you have one for the ram on one side. The other side is a dip strip. So that's 5, and then I've got 2 on the ram itself. So it's either 6 or 7. I'm not sure. I've lost count. But I just figure that to try and do all of those dovetails with a high-speed dovetail cutter, which is going to cost me at least $50–60. That's US. So that $60 is about $80 Canadian. So what I'm going to try and do is I've got a nice little fly cutter here. Nice little fly cutter here. And what I'm going to try and do, now this is a little carbide. That's a little carbide. There's a little insert of carbide on there. I might even try and do it with this. Is to put the let's see, 60, yeah, 30 degree on this tool bit, or a tool bit, and see if I can, working from figures on the drawing, on the CAD drawing, just actually make the dovetail, doing it in steps or increments, from the top down to, and gradually moving in the Y at the same time as I move down the Z, and hoping that I can at least rough out the dovetails and take most of the material out, and so that will make it a bit easier on a dovetail cutter if I have to buy one. So that's what I'm going to try. I believe it's been done before. I read it somewhere in one of the magazines, I believe. May have been on YouTube. And it came out pretty good, apparently. So that's what I'm going to try with that. I'll just take another cut. Might as well. Is that 35? Double check, make sure I haven't missed anything. Most times I'm lucky. So there you go. I can't think of anything else. I've been off for 7 days. I had some, I think they're called floats in my eye, and with other stuff, travelling and doing things, I haven't been out in the shop, so I'll get this posted tonight on YouTube, just to keep you in touch. Not much, I realise. It's a long job. Keep on emphasising the fact that the size of the job in comparison to the size of the machine, and so that's a governing factor in the amount of work that I get done during the course of time in the shop. I don't spend all day in the shop. I usually come out in the early evening and do a little bit. Feels pretty secure. These cutters, by the way, I got them from a local shop, Ackland Granger, which is just the next small town down, and it cost me $30 each, Canadian, so not bad. Now, I saw them, I watched the program on YouTube. I think it was New York, NYC, CNN, CNC, and I followed a link that he gave on that video, and they were the same kind of cutter was $18 US. Well, that would have cost me probably $23, $24 with the currency exchange, and then on top of that there'd probably have been $13 shipping. So all in all, I think $30 I did quite well, really. Yeah. Okay, I'll finish up now, and I'll get back to you with another video. With I know it's a slow process, but there you go. I don't feel like I can remove a lot of metal in each pass, so just bear with me. Okay, I'll say goodbye now, and I'll get back to you with another video soon. Thanks for watching.